I'd like to thank Pulse Servers for providing us with test servers that we can run all of our community levels on. If you look in the description below, there should be a coupon code for a discount off of your first month. I'd also like to thank the UTech community for providing us with a EU region server that we can test on as well. Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Post Playtest. Today we are doing DE Warehouse by 123PLY. I forget his name. They actually did.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Pulse Server.
We will make them regret this day.
Let's go B.
I'm throwing a flashback.
Rush B.
Power and numbers.
Yeah. Okay. I'm out. Good game.
They're coming
Could they
behind.
be behind us? Behind.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, 1 minus 20 behind.
Huh.
What?
That did not work out for us.
Let's call my brother.
I have no idea what to call.
Alright, boys. Ace clear. I think.
There's one in A.
Okay.
1 pushing behind A.
Holy
We
fucking
should
shit.
do a split through mid.
Ace?
So like most of you guys go through A main. Me, High and Supreme, and Red Wolf will go through mid.
I didn't.
Like next round.
What is this place? What is this door?
It doesn't open. I'm sorry.
That vent does though.
Going. I had no idea.
It's okay, babe.
Thank you.
I'll just let it be stacked. I don't give a fuck. Unless Jiro or Franks
Alright,
wants to
lads.
join. Get ready for the shit show, my friend.
This map looks very weird.
What are these pings?
It's probably just team lag over here.
Throw in smoke. Throw in a flashback. I'm throwing a flashback.
Whoa, this is weird.
This is a ladder.
Stick?
Go,
What is
go.
this?
Go up the ladder.
What is going on? What?
There's people down there.
Yep.
I believe in you, Tanuki.
Oh.
Oof, shit.
Oh no.
Ooh.
No, no chance. That's a really weird spot.
I bet Tanuki's gonna love this map.
Tanuki.
You can tell. You can tell Tanuki's gonna have a great time. Oh, stupid, isn't it? Can hear it now. Alright.
Middle.
Okay. Alright. Now, ladies. Yeah.
I need head armor.
Where?
Flash.
Bizone's tiny. I hear that.
Did what? Oh. He's up on the plateau.
Which way do you want to take this?
Oh, they're pushing behind too.
If we go mid hard like that, we have to have a bit of map control on each side because it is a push heavy map.
Oh, I thought this was an R.
Ah,
No.
It's in the middle, left side.
I got a team flash from someone.
Oh, yes, please. No. Oh, this is good. I don't even have the bomb.
You might as well just save up in the fort.
Mm-hmm. Oh man. This is weird. No, I don't want to sit there. That's better. Whew. Okay.
Tight butthole, bro.
Can I lick it though?
Do you even though?
You are?
I just don't.
You said
Can we
it to me.
boost here?
I don't even know where we can push.
So my name is Bear. Okay. Ow. Oh man.
Okay, map maker. You go.
Okay.
One push middle.
One's in the cubby, sniper cubby in the fuck. Y'all don't know the callouts at all.
Okay, I'm out.
Yeah, there's smoke behind us. Fuck, I didn't see him there.
Oh hey. It's
Oh.
good to see you here.
I
Yeah,
didn't
no, I nearly
realize
got
it
you
was so
stuck,
clear.
Oh.
We don't have the bomb.
Stop rushing with the bomb. Wait, what? Can you get? No, you can't come to that.
Everyone else is dead. Shit. Except for like us four.
3. No, there's one in the connector. Wait, that's CT spawn. Okay, there's one in CT then.
Yep, I'm gonna keep this. Gonna hide back here.
What's the plan?
I don't honestly know.
Survive.
Survive!
That's all we can do, isn't it?
Rush something all together?
I'd say we rush 8. Go 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
Go, go, go.
A feels easier to take, to be honest.
This train.
The pain train.
It's amazing. Isn't there somebody up top here?
Yes. Careful. I don't know if he moved.
Bump, dude.
Oh,
Get on A.
One's CT.
you know, in all my playtests, it was so T-sided.
Oh, he's up on heaven.
I'm pushing behind. Coming around.
One's upstairs, one's CT-ish.
That's planted the safest it can be, so it'll
Let's
be hard
go
to
see-
catch him defusing.
CT-ish. Yeah.
Oh shit, what up, boys?
What up, pimp?
What up, pimp?
What up, Jake Powlers?
Oh no!
What's up, low gangers?
This guy's.
It's every day, bro.
But where's the division? Oh,
I wanna be gay!
Oh, pushing.
oh man, this kid knows how to wallbang.
Waffle die, please. I want GM4. Should I help you out?
I mean, we out of there. Oh, it's just so hard for us to push anything.
Gotta say, mid's a bit strange.
Somebody jumping at the end. Watch your feet there, Tanuki.
Oh my god, of course there was a second one there.
One's coming from B side, I think.
One's lit B. Or B main.
Can we go B from mid?
Bomb's going towards A right now. They're planting A.
About time we actually get to plan. Oh, heaven.
A side is really dark for some reason. It's really hard to spot people. Let's go B. I've never been to these.
B is so hard to push.
Good luck at B main.
Okay, I'm gonna drop an AVP here.
You get funneled down into one little choke.
Flashing mid.
Oh, come on, I've dinked him.
One be short, 5 HP.
Nice, guys.
Activating the bomb. Bomb has been planted.
I'm just bad.
Oof.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
That's so bad. I'm sorry, guys. I may have.
Oh.
Yeah, he had it by little cunt hair.
I
Wait a minute, I have
really hate
an
that
idea.
one-way drop on the B side.
I got an
Why does
idea.
that- Why does that exist?
Tanuki, buy a rifle or something.
Yeah.
Can we stack on this wall and see over it? Oh my god, he's fucking blocking me!
You can't stay there, is all.
Oh,
It'll have to be like a three-person stack.
They know. They know.
well.
Bomb is out here in the middle.
Dear god. Are we literally just waiting for them to push us now?
Man, this is
Oh,
gay.
bomb down.
Yeah, it's down.
Wow.
Orange, there's one here.
Pushing minus 50.
I'm throwing a flashbang.
Ah,
Oh, you kidding me? Why did I jump?
Two versus 8, man. We can win this. There is one behind us.
Yeah.
And in front of us.
What? I didn't even peek.
You're fucked.
You've done.
Oh, nice try.
Wow, this is horrible.
You just
We can
can't
do
push.
it.
You literally can't push anything.
It's so hard.
You just get shut down everywhere. It doesn't even matter if you have utility.
There's no way to use the utility, I feel like.
Alright, let's go B. You guys watch towards pillar. I'll smoke off to the left. How about that?
They get there before us, but okay, we can try it. Like, I think they're already there.
Go, go, go. I'm stuck.
hey, they're coming through.
Throwing a flashbang.
I noobed it.
They're coming behind us from our spawn.
Is it 3v4 already?
What is this spot?
No. Come on. Nice. I win.
Oof, nice.
Oh, I'm just gonna hide.
That was a good attempt. But you should know that pros don't fake.
Yeah, but he's not a pro, so he didn't fake.
Oh no, you're right. I don't know what to do. 9-1 fucking terrorist win.
It's flashing mid.
Yep. You are correct in that statement. Blind.
Oh my god, he
How?
keeps freaking
Are you
wallbanging the
kidding
box.
me? He's already down there.
I thought we had a million people middle.
Okay. See you later.
There's one in the boost spot at A.
Flashbang. Grenade out. Throwing a flashbang. Flashbang.
Oh, I am so sorry.
Oh,
I'm an idiot. I'm so retarded.
yes.
And I suck. What potato?
Yeah, that was unfortunate.
I am so sorry.
I wanted to be sneaky beaky like so they wouldn't know that two guys would be up there. But never mind.
Yeah, I owe you a buy here. Where
I
you?
was too sneaky.
Oh, I tried to give you a buy, but someone else took the rifle.
No problem. I don't care.
Together we can do it.
It's casual anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Oh, this is not good.
Oh, they're rushing from A. A long.
This map makes me want to go to sleep.
Forever?
No. Just for a little bit.
Welcome to the fun, Ninja.
Can I get a boost over here?
Oh, auto sniper.
No.
Fucking leave.
Is that bangable shot? I don't think so.
Here's the noob
Nah,
gun.
I tried.
Okay.
That was mine.
No, I just.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the noob gun there, isn't it?
Got 2 kills with it.
Oh, he's in five.
Why is that there?
What is the purpose of
What
that
even
room?
is it?
I don't understand.
In my
It's a
mind,
shed.
it was to kind of cut off rotations, but yeah.
What?
So the best strat that I found so far is to go B and then hang a left and go mid. They
Buy a noob
don't
gun.
expect it.
Buy a noob gun, and I'm following you.
Yeah, all right. So if we don't get killed right away, we might do all right.
I'm
It's
with you.
almost as if some of the players on this team purposely run in front of me and block me. It's horrible.
There's one guy in down.
How am I on 3 health?
Ah,
This is the box trap with the alpha sniper.
How am I? Oh no!
I'm fucked. I
I think they cut on your
That
shred.
really did. How did I get put down to 3 health?
Oh, I killed someone? Who did I kill? Killed a friendly?
Me.
Tanuki.
I hit
You
you for
executed
23.
me.
I hit you once.
Yeah. Somehow they shot me down to 3 health as soon as we entered that building.
See, I told
I
you,
don't even know
man.
where it came from.
You can't get in there. They get there before you.
Yeah.
They push it.
No, I know. It's horrible.
Well, that's because last round I did the same thing. I got 2
Oh.
kills.
It's difficult.
It's not easy.
No.
I've seen Ninja win these before, though.
Ninja always win.
He's
It's very
the
good.
only one who's gotten kills on our team this round.
He'd have to get the A's.
But
The
he
9-player A's.
came from CT, right?
I've seen you win these. It's not this one though.
Yeah, no. We've seen you win them before, just not this instance.
Yeah, yeah.
We will stop your little
That's alright, man.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Shot. What up, boy? We need you.
Hey, I'm here.
4 and 10.
We need all of the carrying we can possibly get.
Alright, I'm out.
Well, that did 10. Then.
It's not really an op map, is it?
It's not really a map.
It depends on where you go.
It's not really a map.
No, I don't want to die.
One pushing A.
So the one way to win.
Strat, he's in the same spot.
The only way to win
He
is
has
to be a
40
fact.
HP.
Oh my god.
Oh
Oh!
no!
It's just us, mate.
No way. Oh
Cap.
man.
And that is what panic looks like.
What? No. What was that?
I don't know. I hit a bunch of them.
What if we try to not push at all?
What
They're
if
not
we
gonna
do
push us.
nothing?
They're not going to push us. I guarantee
Are
it.
you sure?
Alright, let's hold up. Let's just stack on
Like,
top of shit and
We
T-spawn.
tried everything.
Alright, jump on top of shit, boys. Wait for them to come to us. Someone want to boost up here? Get on my ass.
Yeah, where are you?
You can't get on top of the belt
Oh
boxes.
my god.
Map makers spoke.
Literally unplayable.
Wait, you can't get on top of this
God.
box. You know what? I'm going into my fun spot. Oi. Watch this. Oi! Watch this.
Nice.
Oh.
I'm throwing a flashbang.
Flashback my teammate.
Flashbang.
Once again. I can see all sorts from up here.
Oh shit, there's a pixel there.
Why is there cargo containers in the walls?
To be fair,
What happens in real life?
I'm sorry, you walked.
I'm
as I was shooting.
sorry.
we do have one round, so we can bring it back.
That's a good point, we do.
Oh my god, they keep throwing mollies.
We might have two in a minute.
Let's go A. They fell back.
Let's
I'm
go
gonna flash
A.
it.
Let's go A.
Yeah,
Yeah.
30 seconds.
Oh, for the love of God. No!
Oh, brilliant. Fantastic.
What is that?
God, I love that, yeah.
That fucking guy though.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me!
At least you got the $300.
It's alright, man. We got the one round.
I promise it was T-sided in all my tests with like 3 people on each team.
Oh god, no.
I know the difference, right?
With 3
Yeah,
people
that's
on each
because you
team, that
don't
makes
have-
sense.
3v3 does
enough
not play the
cities.
same.
I don't exactly have a big community.
Alright. Just be gay.
Let's win this.
Down smoke.
Gotta do that, man. Not you.
Yeah.
I hear B.
Oh, a
Yeah,
lot
you
of
need
A.
to.
Grenade out.
Or A.
Bombs A.
And somebody's coming up the stairs. On A.
How does that door open? What the fuck?
You kidding, tough. Single T.
That door was open fucking on other round.
Ooh, he hit me. Ooh.
Maybe there's a secret button he's been using.
I don't know. Do you have to like fucking break it?
Oh,
he's going
there-
heaven.
There's no doors that open.
But there's
He's
a.
gonna go heaven.
Do you break it? Like
No, you can't break
Oh,
doors.
that's B.
Maybe
Plan
I'm
B,
high.
plan B.
oh no, we
Oh, the
can't.
rotation of the century. There it is.
Oh, we can't lose any rounds.
Are we just bad guys?
no.
The negative.
Speak for yourself.
I'm so sorry.
You could have shot him.
There's one
He's in
pit.
now, or pit.
Someone
We're
try to
actually
defuse.
gonna lose. We're actually gonna lose this.
He's in gay
He's
spot.
in pit. Oh, never mind.
They lost. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't know what to say.
Isn't that the one side that we won on though?
I don't
That is the one site.
map. Whatever, let's just rush and
Buy and
that'll,
hope.
yeah, pretty much.
Throwing smoke.
Let's B.
Oh, that's so gay.
Whoop.
Deploying flashbang.
It makes no sense.
I suck. I am potato. I am potato. No, no, no.
Wow. So maybe we do just suck.
Speak for yourself.
I mean, I'm 9 and 15.
Wow.
Oh, we do have bomb.
Noise on A main.
What? This looks so weird.
Uh-oh.
That's it. That's all she wrote.
Coming up behind you.
It's game.
Well,
It's
that
not
was
even
it.
at
We
this
just lost
site.
the round.
Amazing.
Oh, the random headshot generator.
It's a highlight reel.
Oh, you have a kit.
Oh, knife fight.
Oh, wow. Wow. I'm speechless.
That got spicy.
Are you
Yeah.
spectating?
Go ahead, McMessenger.
Okay, cool. So let me jump right in, I guess. I was on the winning side, the guy who's 16-1. So this map is definitely CT start by saying that first and foremost. I think a lot of people know that. Little tiny things I'll start off with, I guess. CT spawn has a lot of spawns clustered together. I don't know how much T spawns like that because I only played like 2 rounds of it.
It's
but
pretty bad with 10 people. But
okay, yeah. Well, like if you have a lot of people, just honestly, this spawn room you could just open it up a bit in the back, and that would be a lot better. So just do that,
Yeah.
I suppose. T spawn over here. I guess you could probably like just kind of open it up over there a bit more, and the timings won't be changed that much.
Yeah.
But I'll go into more of that stuff later. Let me just say right off the bat, this map feels super duper claustrophobic, and there seems like there's a lot of cover in a lot of spaces for no real good reason. Like middle, for example, there's like cover everywhere here, like over here in the middle. Like you have 2 spots for like middle cover, and then each plat has like a bunch of boxes and stuff, and like over here too. It's too much. It's way too much. Considering that you also have like this weird not metal, but like just another wall like in between for like different entrance sides or something. Like when I'm looking at this picture, like I look at this picture in my head the first time I'm playing it as CT or T, and it just feels super messy, and it's hard for me to pick out like where players' heads are gonna be because there's just so much shit here. So
right, they could kind of pop out wherever.
right. So I guess the real thing I would probably say with mid is probably just I don't know how mid plays in comparison to like some other maps we've played before, but it just like feels like mid has no real good use except going A. And even then, like I don't even know how much that was used because middle is so like kind of hard to take already, it feels like to me, because you just have all this cover. Like you have this cover here, but then you have like this long sight line, so it feels weird, like on either side even. So I would probably honestly like just get rid of the boxes in the middle here, and then like limit the boxes like this box here, for instance. Like no one's ever gonna really use that because you can just kind of like just use this as crouch down peek cover, or the rest of the back spot where this like little thing is right here.
Yeah.
So yeah, and get rid of the box here too. It feels like this is supposed to be like a asymmetric kind of thing. Like
Yeah, they are
symmetrical.
definitely similar. Not exactly the same, but yeah.
I don't know. Like it feels bad. So that's why I'm saying to just get rid of it.
Okay.
Can I add something?
Okay.
So as a bit of a different opinion on mid, I actually, I don't know. I personally, I kind of like mid because it's a different I think it is a bit too cluttered. I agree with him on that, but I actually, in a way, I kind of like how it's a bit different. I like that kind of close quarters combat kind of, smoke off an area, but sorry, I'm not used to this. But yeah, I personally actually kind of like mid, just because it's a different style of gameplay that it has worked well in Inferno. I think clean up some of the clutter a little bit, but I do kind of like the kind of close quarters combat feel of parts of the map, and I think that's an interesting thing to go with. But I think that it just needs to be a little more refined.
Yeah, it is a little sporadic for the console.
All right.
Yeah.
Let me hop back on my thing.
Yep.
This hut thing right here, get rid of it. No one used it. It was gay. I don't know. Like this was never like I don't know. It just feels useless. Oh my god, mode on. Okay. Back of B. All right, so let me talk about B now because I played B a lot, and there's a lot of problems I think with B, especially this area. Like this area right here has so many cover spots, so many little campy corners. Like I don't even know where to start with this other than to just start getting rid of some of this stuff. It feels like really, really bad, to be honest, as a T pushing it. Like if I'm pushing this as a T, like so first off, there could be somebody behind this box in these back corners over here. There's a little divot right here I had no clue about that some CT was hiding in. I didn't even check, and he should have killed me, but he just shots or something. When the second round, I think I played T side. So there's that. You have to check this corner. You have to check behind potentially this box you haven't taken middle. These boxes over here, someone can hide behind. You can crouch behind this. You can go over here, crouch behind this. There's a lot of stuff, and it again is like in middle, in my opinion, it just feels convoluted and messy to look at, and also to just play around because again, you're having to like move around all these boxes and stuff, and it's just it's bad. So I guess the one thing I would say to change this to make it a bit better, probably just getting rid of one of the entrances. Obviously, getting rid of some of the cover that you don't need. Like I don't think you need this, for example.
Yeah.
Like because this is right on a corner. It's like why? Like you have the corner of the wall here, but then you have to keep going out a bit more. It just I don't get it. This back area here too, like where this door is also kind of like unnecessary. So I would probably also just like get rid of the stuff back here. It just feels extra. It's
And
like,
even before
unneeded.
the playtest, I already had that kind of suggested, but I wasn't sure on it. So
Well, now you'll know for sure.
yeah.
So yeah, and like other stuff too, like the pillars and stuff. Like I would honestly try to limit where the CTs can play in terms of cover here because they can get here based on their timings. They can get here first instead of crossfire, and they can just like play. Like this guy can play at a bunch of spots, like over kind of this way, look in the cover spots here, play in the corner. Like just kind of play fall off on this side if you wanted to. Like you could just play this side. You could just kind of left jiggle peek back and forth on that if you wanted to. So again, with the entrance here, like you need a mid connector because I feel like if the T's take this, it's actually pretty useful to have. The one downside is that the only place they can really go, if you think about it, is that if you're going through this entrance on T side, you're going to take this route and most likely this route too while you're checking this and just rushing in. So like, I feel as if this doesn't need to be a one-way drop, but that's something that you can kind of decide on. I like that it is because it means that the CTs can't just fall off more easily, but it also kind of negates the use of the connector here because like this connector, I guess, is really only useful for helping take this area. But really a connector should be one to help take the site, not necessarily take control of an entrance before you get to site and then take control of the site. So yeah, I would probably just think about that and mull that over in your head.
Okay.
Talking about B site now. B site, this pit spot, I don't mind it. Get rid of this. This is stupid. Just a little spot. Like instead of having to easily more peek it like this, like where this guy's not gonna have any cover, he's just in the corner. He can still have cover down here. It just is bad. I don't like it. Also, a couple of the models you can just walk through. I don't know. It's weird. I would probably just make it so that you can't, or just get rid of it. One or the other.
Okay.
I don't know what to say about cover in the sites because I'd actually never really played the sites all that much except for A, so I'll talk about A more. But like, this vent thing's kind of nifty, although it doesn't really serve a good purpose other than to just like flash in the site. But you can definitely see it coming and hear it coming because the vent will break. So like, I guess keep it if you want to. It doesn't really serve a good purpose, but I don't think it really hurts anything either.
I found a smoke especially that kind of helps negate a spot in it. That's why I liked it personally. But yeah, that's
well,
just
like in the topic of smokes for setting up a site take, it's kind of hard to do that because once you take this position and you kill inevitably whoever's going to be camping here, that's when you have to just keep pushing, right? Like once you make first contact, generally that's when you have to keep pushing. Unless you can do like a running smoke as you're running into sight and you know it's going to land perfectly every time, like
which it isn't.
Example, like Dust Too Long, where you can throw that smoke to block the cross or whatever.
Yeah.
Like that's something that like once you take control of Long, if there's somebody there, you can just do that real quick and then it'll be there by the time you get there, you know? But like any other map that have us like a site, like if you're trying to take a site by smoking it off, you usually smoke off everything first, or you throw your smokes before you try taking first engagement. So it's kind of hard to do that here. Not necessarily impossible or a bad thing. It's just that's how those maps are generally played. So yeah. I won't talk about that anymore though. On to A. So A, like I don't agree with the fact that this is something that CTs can gain control of right off the bat. This feels
Hold on 1 second. Sorry, I had to minimize my. Go on.
Okay. This the upper spot on A. I don't think this should be something the CTs gain control over right away. I feel like if anything, this is something that they have to genuinely like smoke this off and push this way. Like use some of their utility to get down into here, and then they can get up here if they want to. This feels like way too good of a spot for them to use because like if the T's even get control of middle and go this way into the site, they still have to worry about people potentially being up here as well as down here and in the rest of the site. Once they jump over this and they start falling down into the site this way, there's like all the rest of this that they have to worry about. Plus anybody who could be just hiding up here. Like you can just hide up in a corner right here or just kind of crouch down and your head won't be seen at all. So like this needs to be limited, like restricted from CT access other than if they push this way, I think. Just make a drastic change where like
No, that's a good idea. I never thought about that.
Like if anything, they can smoke it and go up here. But even then, this spot's already kind of easy to take advantage of. I would probably limit the cover like here, like just get rid of all these boxes to be honest, because like this is wall bangable stuff, and even if you're up here, you should still be at some kind of disadvantage because you still have cover here that you can use if you're like wanting to use cover for the site or something. So like, I think just get rid of that honestly on the top, and then that'll be okay.
Okay.
I guess another thing too, also like keep something open here because then you can just fall into sight and you don't have to jump over a railing if you're like actually up here and you want to get into sight real quick. You don't have to jump. You can just like kind of fall and it'd be easier. So yeah. Couple other things too. All these. Ooh, hello. Okay. I didn't notice that. Couple other things. Spots like this where you can jump up on top of a bunch of crates and stuff. There's a lot of that on A, I think. Like over here, even on that. And like you can actually like I recognize this as kind of a neat little point that you can actually see people's feet if you're on T side pushing A this way. Like if you're going A, you could potentially see people's feet. But all that's really negated when you have a box spot that you can just kind of jump to, and then you can just camp up here, and you don't have to worry about that, and you can still watch event. So like, get rid of the boxes here if you want this to be like some kind of place the T's can like use to get info. I think it's neat. I wouldn't mind it, but I never saw anybody really use it because
I saw like one wall bang fight happened through that door that I saw.
Like, see, stuff like that's really interesting, but like any like really, I don't say smart because that sounds like a mean thing to say. Most players that kind of notice these boxes are here and just jump to the air will be doing that. Okay, whoever played that. Whatever. Also the fact you can jump to the vent, and it like also kind of negates going middle on T side because you can just like get into the vent, if I can get into the vent, and like camp in here and stuff, and then you can just wait for the T's to push middle this way, and you know, all that.
Yeah.
I guess the one call off is that the vents will break on their side, but you know, that's just telling them that someone could be there. So now they have to again like worry about another potential spot for someone to be camping in. So I don't know. I don't mind this being a route to use, but I don't think that T's used it very much because of how middle plays right now. So it's kind of hard to say. But I think that's pretty much it. I think another thing I'd point out too is also like how the back back areas before you enter these routes are for T side. Again, it just feels like it's clustered with a bunch of cover and stuff. It doesn't really feel like, I don't know what the good word would be. It just feels like sort of a straight route, you know? Like it doesn't really feel like super duper good, I guess, in a sense. Like it doesn't feel like it's interesting. Like maybe over here, but then there's like this route over here, which is like just a straight shot, and then you're in here. I don't know how that would work with timings, but I try to like vary up the route a bit, like make some more curves or something. I don't know, just make it a little like a bit more interesting or something. I guess the main thing, the last final thing I'll have to say is like with the theme is like very, very, very like overdone at this point. If you can, I'd like to try to see a different theme other than just generic warehouse and boxes everywhere. It's kind of like unnerving to me at this point. We've played a lot of maps, I think, that have like so many boxes like this being used. Like it's just I don't know. It just feels like to me like I've just seen it so much now. It's like I don't like the map right away just because of that, just thematically. So
Yeah, kind of like a bias.
I would. Yeah, it's a bias on my end. I know
it's a bit of a
bad,
meme
but like
now, I think. Warehouse fully created.
yeah, like industrial themed. I mean, it's not like there's a lot of props for it, so I think that's why people go for it. That and you can kind of design like a score or like a more squarish layout, and it kind of makes more sense because warehouse is like squarish and stuff. But
I want to see more Dust theme levels after the new Dust update.
yeah, but
Plenty of
anyway,
models
that's
and
all I
stuff.
gotta say. I wish you best of luck with this because with how sided the map is right now, it's gonna definitely be hard for changes to be added without them being entirely drastic, you know? So that's all I gotta say.
Okay, well, thank you for your input.
Sure.
All right, cool beans. Who wants to go next?
I'm going.
Shot.
Yep.
Dude up.
Alright, it's your boy Shot in game. If you can spectate me, that would be great.
Yeah.
Let's start out with a good thing, a positive note. I like the fact that the map is properly sealed. I couldn't really find any ways to get out of the map, which is really, really good. But because the map is properly sealed, it would have been better to just seal up the skybox entirely, because as of right now, the skybox is a big box around the entire level. I think that can be fixed pretty easily, so just keep that in mind. Also, this building here isn't really part of the skybox, and it kind of looks like it is. I think you can easily fix that too, just to keep that in mind.
What do you mean by that? How do you make that part of the skybox?
I think he's referring to like a 3D skybox. It's not part of a 3D skybox. It's like actually in the level. So.
Yeah. Okay, I'll look into that.
Yeah, I know TopHat does, a lot of good tutorials, so
okay,
you should check it out.
Yeah,
no sellout.
Yeah.
Okay, so the layout itself, I kind of stated in the beginning, but in general, the T's just do not get that big of a control unless they get the control in the early round. It's really hard to take the side in the late round because CTs get way too much map control. As a T, I was playing the T for the most of the time, and it was really hard to get anywhere on the map because CTs would always get there first. So unless we fight and we get like a bunch of trades in the early round, it was impossible to take the site. That was the biggest problem. And to be more specific, like these kind of drop rooms, I don't really understand why these are here. I kind of do understand, but these vent room, I think this thing needs to be removed completely. I don't think it serves any good of a purpose other than CT just camping here. This vent room needs to be removed. And also, these boxes in general, I like the fact that you have a lot of covers, but I don't really identify these as covers because they are paper thin. I like to do what is called a pistol test in all the covers that I do in my map, in which I basically just run around the map and just try to shoot through the pistols. And if the wall does go through on the pistol, there's something wrong with that cover. Like these thin walls, like these boxes, it looks like you can hide behind the cover, but you really can't because you can easily get welding through. Like the middle, for example, too. Like these kind of boxes is made out of wood, so it's gonna get through really easily. And because a pistol can welding through it, all the other rifles are going to get even more damage. Also, like these on top of the boxes. So you need to keep in mind about these kind of spots that can get woven through, and there's a lot of them throughout the map, and I just want you to keep that in mind.
Okay.
That doesn't really do anything when CT or T tries to hide behind them. It won't really help much. I also didn't like the shutter here. It's a little too wide open, and it really hasn't happened too much on this game in particular, but I can already see T or CT just hiding and crouching right here and just looking for the feet. And that creates an unfair gunfights between each player. And if you want to make this map as close to competitive map as possible, you're gonna have to eliminate those kind of BS angles. So if you really want just the nades to be thrown, just lower that a lot so that maybe you can see the feet, like a tiny bit of feet, like when like a CT
Yeah,
or
if
T
they're
is
like
standing
right hugging
there.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that'll fix the issue.
Okay.
There's something else. Oh yeah, on the A side in general, it's way too dark. CTs can blend in with the environment way too easily. I didn't like that. I got killed a couple of times because of that. I just could not spot people fast enough. So you gotta just somehow find a way to brighten up the site, like this whole area in general.
Okay.
Also, as you can see, another thing about the covers, most of these covers have a little bit of gap in between here that can be seen through. And the biggest thing I saw was on the A side. If you can see below, you can see the feet. And you can basically clear out the entire side with an up, which is a problem. So, like I
No,
said,
totally.
just go around the map and see if those gaps exist, which a lot of them do. So make sure to look for each cover and see if these things are here or not, because those kind of create a lot of gives a lot of unfair advantage to whoever that's speaking.
Right.
B side, didn't really go there much because the route to the B side is really too narrow, so it's really easy for CTs to get a hold of them, especially because the only main entrance for T is by going this route, and around the time T's get through here, CTs can hold down an angle here and hold down another angle right here, which basically set up a crossfire, and it's impossible to kill two people at once while exposed to the two different angles. So you got to figure out a way to not make that happen. Maybe not as easily. And I also didn't like the fact that this one-way drop is here, because T's get so much control in the beginning of the round anyways, and they also get an advantage where CTs can easily go flank the T's who's rushing the B side, while the T's have to get another player to physically boost this spot. I didn't like that at all. I think this spot needs to be removed entirely. This one,
Like walled off, or do you mean like cleared out?
just cleared out.
Yeah. Okay.
It gives way too much power for CTs. Also, this gap here.
Oh, that's a sneaky one.
So, yeah, and this door kind of looks like you can go up to it, but you can't. It's kind of weird.
You used to be able to. I should probably just like get rid of it.
Yeah. Just make them more obvious. I didn't really play on B side much, so I don't have that many things to say. I didn't like this sneaky spot. I don't like the fact that you can camp up here. Maybe this ramp with the headshot angle will be good enough. And there's like a sneak angle here. Also, this spot. See, this spot also looks like a cover, but it's really not, because at a distance, you can see through the gap here. But I think you get my point already. There are a lot of really tiny bit of angles that can be peeked through. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, that's really about it.
Cool. 99.
Thank you.
Who wants to go next?
I can go.
Foxtrot. Go for it.
Okay, so first of all, just basically sat in the spot for like half the game. It was completely broken. It's pretty much a headshot spot, and as I said before, they get into a cross fire angle here, and this is just a very hard fight to pick against somebody with a scope weapon. And if you want, like, you have to either commit over here or like re-peek the angle, and yeah, you like, for me to lose here, like 5 people had to push me. I just said like a million times. But yeah, that was just a stupid angle. Also, this again with the door, I had when I first came here, I was trying to go through here and I didn't get it quite. And somebody actually called out while I was sitting here, like somebody's behind you. Oh, it's just people walking out mid because you can hear them very, very loudly here. So
Right.
just sitting in a spot, like you can just hear whenever the T's are in mid without even having anyone even like peeking into mid. So you can get so much info out of this, but this is why I just think you should get rid of it completely. Like wall it off and everything.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
The other really broken spot I sat into was like up here and then in this corner. Everybody pushing out here, if they actually got control of it, they wouldn't see you. You could get this very like tight angle, which you can just peek into here. I think you could just go out here and kill anybody trying to plant the bomb. I think I won us around by doing that at one point. There are many kind of these spots. Like I think like here you can boost up here and just sit here. Like why?
That was more of like an after plant thought, but yeah.
Yeah, well, CTs can just as well use it. After plant is just also. I think the only round we lost was just them planting the bomb. There was a million angles to check, and we couldn't do it because well, Teeth had way too many angles. Get rid of this because like, did this path was this used to like go down here at some point?
No, but I did consider it.
Okay, because it really looks like it. Like
Yeah.
I went down here and was like, oh, there's a path here. Oh, wait, what? I got super confused. Also,
No, I get that.
Weird.
I don't think you can actually shoot through those holes.
No, you can't, but you can still get info through it.
Yeah.
This little thing, I like it. It's just kind of broken that you can just well, I messed that up. Well, you can jump up here and you can just stand here and jump, and I guess you can boost
that
here
is
and
so
just...
broken.
Yeah. Although I like the idea, perhaps just remove this. It's just also again clutter that you have
More
to remove.
cover.
Yeah, I got killed by somebody just standing up here, and I was pushing in here. I couldn't see them at all. I just got absolutely wrecked. Whoever did that, nicely done, I suppose. Okay, so the area I dislike the most is this area, because it feels like at first like this is what T's kind of need. Like taking this as T just really helps them with A. But this, okay, there's somebody aggressively typing in the background. Can't hear myself. Okay.
Coco, stop typing.
Yeah. So this area just pretty much only helps CTs because this, which seems like a path into A for T's to attack, pretty much only favors CTs because they can like get up there without a boost and everything, but just like this isn't hard or anything like that. And then they can push in and get a major flank. They can even peek all the way into here. And like I can't remember who it was, but he was just sitting here when I came around here. Like this angle is not one that you want to pick as a T. Like this is supposed to kind of be the setup area, perhaps an fight here around. So I think like getting rid of this, as somebody else said, I think is a good idea because then CTs have to boost into here, and just make it so that T's don't have to boost into here, or at least make it way easier by getting rid of this entire wall.
Yeah, I was about to say, would you suggest that I just like closed up that entire area, or?
No, I don't think you should close it. I think you should make it more T-sided by. I would get rid of this wall, so
open it up.
T had more options to it. So they could push through here. Perhaps if you make this entire corridor just smokable, so T's could just smoke for the cross. I can kind of do that, or well, whatever.
It's a little hard, but
yeah, it's I guess possible. So T's can more easily get hold of this without pushing through mid. Also, mid is just so chaotic; they can just move in here without being contested, pretty much. Anyways, and then I would say just make this. Oh god. Okay. Make this not requiring a boost. Perhaps some jump like you have on the CT. but I think this would just also like give more options to the T's by opening this path up. I think you shouldn't be getting rid of options for the T's because they don't have enough, I feel like. But the main problem is still at B. Yeah. This bit, I agree you should lower it. I don't think you should keep it this height. Just kind of find it annoying. Yeah. I think there was something else, but I can't think of it right now. Oh shoot. Darn it. Oh well. I might come up say it
Yeah, it
later.
might pop back.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this this room is super weird to fight around. And I kind of want this entire thing to be more open. Because first of all, it feels super cramped. Second of all, trying to nade it is stupid. I once died because I did this and it just bounced right into my face. I'll just open this up, make it a bit clearer, and don't have it so that like you can just hide here and they can't see you. It just feels like a really weird room in my opinion. Also this yeah. But yeah, that's it. I have for now.
All right. Who wants to go next?
Yeah, I'll go.
Robit.
Yes.
Basara. Fuck.
So, Bakara.
Bakara.
You also can't do names now, I guess.
Alright.
Names are hard for you still. Alright. Never mind. Alright, you spectating me? Hello? Bakara in game.
I think his mic's muted. Is your mic muted, buddy?
What?
I can go if he.
Oops.
Sorry,
I
can you hear me?
I think you muted
Yeah,
your
I
mic.
can hear you.
I tried to put on my push to talk, but it wasn't working. Sorry, I'm spectating Bakara there.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Alright. So, I'll probably say a lot of things that were already said, and it kind of validates my feedback, I guess.
Yeah, just kind of
and also, yeah, I feel there are a lot more things you should change on this map, or like a lot more points to be made about this map, but I just my points now, so this list isn't complete, I guess. All right. On these containers, it seems that you can get up there, but you can't. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, Waffle tried it once and it didn't really work, but someone found a pixel boost spot right here, I guess. So yeah, just I don't know what you're gonna do about them. These wooden planks in general are way too thick for like wooden planks. I mean, they probably should be 1/4 of that, because if I do this, I can bang through it. If I do this, I can bang through it, but both. Wait, both? Okay, here it works, but back there it didn't work. I don't know why. But it's still way too thick. I'd probably not make any real damage through there.
Is that? Well, I mean, okay. Yeah, I see.
Yeah, so here it doesn't go through. It is also called the bubbles. So, yeah, I mean, it goes through, but still way too thick. Even for aesthetic stuff.
Yeah, it looks weird. I didn't even notice.
Yeah, yeah. The biggest problem I think with the map is that there are just way too many boxes. Like, cut them in half at least, or maybe just like have 1/4 of them, because it first it looks bad, to be honest. It just doesn't really make a great first impression on people. And I think Messenger also said that he didn't like the theme just of the like warehouse box theme you had.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just like reconsider how you want to detail some areas also later on. Things like these boxes, for example, don't need to be here. They just make the area look bad in general. and also you could close this off, I guess, or maybe even these boxes, and especially these ones up here, you don't need them, to be honest. And it's especially in middle, it's with a lot of boxes. This really feels like some kind of weird A map in here, to be honest, and not like a middle. I'd probably only have like some of these, like maybe these two and the middle thing, and then some kind, maybe this, and then probably like something up here, but that would be it in my opinion. I think you shouldn't have that much cover, because if I was in middle, I was always like trying to headshot peek someone, and mostly they were here or they were up here, and it was really, I don't know, not that great to play. Yeah, just replace many of those boxes or like stuff with some kind of architecture. It also looks nicer, and yeah. There's a ladder on A right here where you can't get up just by
Yeah.
walking onto it, and you have to jump on it, but it seems like you don't have to really, so
Maybe
either
just
make it
do a different
completely...
model or get rid of the ladder even.
Yeah, I mean, you could either extend it to down here. I mean, what I would do honestly would just be copy the model and just put it down here, and the rest would go into the ground. That's the easy solution, I guess.
Can't you just put the ladder tool texture? Just use that for the ladder.
Yeah, I mean, also the ladder tool texture just being extended to down here would fix that. Or you would like have the ladder start here, so it's obvious that you have to jump up there.
Yeah. The reason why I did that in the first place, even, it was clipping issue. Like I kept getting caught on the ladder when you're trying to kind of sneaky, slowly walk into sight from the back door that used to be near there. So you're right, it doesn't need to be like that anymore. But yeah,
Yeah.
I will change that.
Yeah. From T-spawn towards A, there are a lot of like weird corners you have to check, and honestly, just remove these and seal this off like this maybe. I don't know. Just I'd call it streamlining. If yeah, I would have to like define it what it would be. And I also did that with my map, and it really helped the gameplay in general. Just to remove areas that don't need to be here and make some areas smaller and more defined, so you can make gameplay better around them. So this corner would be would be an obvious example for this, and maybe some stuff here also. I don't know, this back thing maybe. Then you could also remove some more boxes. So yeah. And then you could probably also remove this weird kind of wall. Yeah. Somebody already mentioned that, but I would think it was shot. You can look under them. I tried to get someone like this, but didn't, because I don't know. Probably got caught in the wood somewhere, but it's still not that great. Probably have cities that ASAT isn't lit that great. I think it's okay, but it's still pretty dark in some corners. Yeah, the B indoor area, I think the ideas are okay, but it has way too many corners and like connecting parts and all that. It just feels really, really bad to push as a T. And like, who was it? Boxshot, I think, was just playing from here, and it was so fucking annoying. You couldn't get anywhere here when he was alive.
Sorry.
Because, yeah, I don't know. I mean, you seem like a nice guy, but that much I really hated you, to be honest.
It's only fair.
Yeah. I'd probably, if I was you, which would also like make this like listening spot, I guess, for middle like eliminated. Just extend this wall like right here, and then start here and just do it like to right here. So
yeah, trim it all
that
down.
would also be streamlining the map, I guess. Just remove unnecessary areas and focus on the main areas for gameplay.
Yeah,
I think
when
that
you
would
said
really help.
streamlining earlier, this is the first place I thought of, honestly.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
sorry,
it
go
would-
on.
Yeah, no problem. I don't mind. Yeah, just in general, I would like make this bigger to make it easier to push for T's, and just really remove maybe half of the boxes in here, or just make them some kind of nice architecture maybe. And yeah, I don't really know how you would go about the rest of this area, but yeah, it definitely needs some work. Maybe you could, yeah, I don't know. Maybe you could add some kind of line of sight blocker right here, so that you could either go here, but then you don't gain anything. So I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know. It's really hard to think about stuff like this, but I think you get the idea.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying.
Yeah. The vent in here, to be honest, I didn't see it until the match was already over. So, I mean, it's on the minimap and you can see it pretty good on there, but like, I missed it and completely didn't think of it. But it's still a good path, I think, more or less. I mean, like A said, is alright, but still too much cover and needs some streamlining, to use the term, I guess. But I think the vent route is alright. What could help it would be, again, removing all those boxes right here and these, and just making some kind of upper area where you can like go on some stairs right here, and then you are in upper at like, wait, at this level. And then you could also get in the vent easier, because this is like a main, and this path here is, I don't know, if nobody's watching it, it's okay, but probably someone is watching it, or like from right here maybe, when someone has a main and someone has middle and didn't see anyone push into here. So yeah, this path also needs some work. I don't know how. Maybe don't make it too steep down here, so you would only go like some units down, so the ladder wouldn't be that big or that long, I guess. Yeah, and also, man, these boxes, just I'd probably remove all of them, to be honest. And theme-wise, I don't really know. It looks like some kind of wooden castle to me. I mean, it looks funny, but maybe just remove all these.
Yeah,
little...
that was probably like one of the first parts of the map that I made, I'm pretty sure. So, and this is my first competitive, like the Fusel map, I guess is the way to put it.
Yeah, I mean, I get you. You're experimenting with different ideas, and that's perfectly fine. But still, some things just don't do that well, I guess. These are just small things, but I wouldn't like keep them. And also, yeah, as I said, remove all these. Wait. I have to remember what I thought about most of these things in when I wrote them down. Wait a second. Oh yeah. This, someone already said it. Get rid of it, and also maybe don't make it that you can go that far below it, because you could also watch like this probably. Just use different drops or just remove them entirely, and then yeah, make this area not that great to hide after plant, but still make it an after plant area, as it would probably have been like thought of, I guess. Yeah, in T-spawn, I'd remove this box. Just, yeah. I can't remember getting caught on it, but I just like flew around the map and I noticed this box and I felt like, why the fuck is it here? So,
Totally.
I mean, even for after plant situation, it's bad because like you have no cover. If he pushes you on the wrong side and you extend like right here and he pushes you here, you're dead. Or he's dead, like 50-50. But if you want to have some kind of after plan spot, just make it, I don't know, some kind of room in here, or maybe open this up and then, yeah, have some kind of garage there. I don't know.
In front of the van actually works as a pretty good save spot if that's what you're trying to say.
You mean this one? Yeah, I guess that's an alright spot. I mean, I didn't have to use it, but yeah.
Yeah, it's just as a save spot. That's why I
Yeah,
left it.
I mean, and then you could also like get rid of these because I don't know why they are here, to be honest, and of this, and yeah, just remove as many boxes as you can while still like removing sidelines and all that. I'm almost
Yeah.
done. Yeah. Just a minor thing. I like when people put these things into their map. I think it's cool, and it really like.
There's one in the
I
other
know,
crate too.
rewards. Yeah, I know. Rewards people who contributed to the map in a big way. But
Yeah.
I thought first you could get in there and roll it down like that, but then I double checked and it's actually clipped, and that's even more bad, I guess, because you're right here and someone pushes you and you want to get in here and they didn't see you. I haven't seen you. Man, English. Haven't seen you yet, and then you want to get in here and you can't, and I think that's even worse. Just for like things like this, I'd probably put it somewhere else, or just maybe
The way
put it below the container logo thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
go
way
on.
I was looking at it is if you could go in there, it kind of creates even more ridiculous corners to clear out. when
Yeah,
you
I mean that's the right idea you had there.
Yeah, but yeah.
But like clipping it off, then I don't know. I mean, you could probably like put many
I mean,
boxes in there.
the
and
the
then
boxes start closed. You have to shoot them open.
these things.
Yeah. There's like a wall
alright.
over them.
Yeah, I see it. Wall was probably here.
Yeah,
So
I mean, that way it's not like you think it's gonna be open. You know what I mean?
yeah, but I don't know. Just
it's just an Easter egg.
yeah,
just add
but I
like a
think
little
it's
great
weird for
texture or
gameplay,
something.
for competitive gameplay. I think it's weird. I like people who make some kind of Easter eggs in their map. I think there was a guy who wait, what was the map called? He had a map where you had two skyscrapers and you could shoot all the planks connecting the two, and then he had some kind of secret room, and I thought that was very nice, but still the map wasn't really competitive, at least in my opinion, for other reasons as well, but still, yeah. Kind of like that map, but not that much. I mean, the rooms, yeah, that was were like really, I don't know, just weird in some sense. Yeah, I think that's basically it. Just I like the basic layout of the map, and I like Ace side, at least the idea, and how it's more or less set up. I'd probably lower this just as we're speaking right now. If nobody has mentioned it yet, mention it. Yeah, and just as I said, streamline some areas, and I'd probably even move the plant zone here and put it like around here and just seal this whole area off. I don't know how that would help gameplay, but I think it could be a nice idea to test, I guess. So yeah, just play around with stuff and remove like 3/4 of all the boxes that you have on the level and replace them either with architecture or just remove them. And I think you're good then, and I hope to test the level when it's updated again. So that was my feedback. I know it was long, but I feel like it was necessary, to be honest.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
No problem. You're welcome.
Good. Who wants to go next?
Yeah.
Who is that? Rarzi?
Indeed.
It's all you, my man. Go for it.
I'm only going to talk about B site really because I never got played on A or mid except for like a retake once. Anyways, first, we were talking about during the match and stuff. B site, you could play passive or aggressively. just as equally effectively. All right. So if you push all the way up to here, you can hold it super easily. I'm saying how it's CT sided, just for clarification. How it's all CT sided. You can hold up here very easily. And same from this side. Doot, doot. And you can play super passively. It's a black chicken. Come on. I one round for some reason everyone on my team went to A except for me. I was B. And then it was a B rush. And then I managed, like, I started here. And I hear, oh, it's a B rush. Let me throw a nade. I threw a Molotov, actually, I think. And then I fell back all the way to here. And I managed to do an insane hold. And I got 4 kills. Like, they still got the bomb planted, but I was still playing here successfully. And I'd like jump up to here, get kills. It was just really easy for CTs to play here. Like, jumping up here, stopping any planters. It's really easy. Like, Tanuki tried, and I was just like, nope. One tapped him. Tried rushing around. Someone just killed my chicken. I'm sad. But you very much need to nerf B. Just straight up. First, this is a one thing. There's like a T and CT thing. It's more T. So CTs can easily peek this angle. So they check if a T were to go around. You need to change it so that as soon as the CT peaks, oh man, that was a weird stutter. As soon as the CT peaks, they should be looking here, essentially. So that, because when a CT peaks, the only angle they see would be this one. Which the problem is, because of how close this stuff is, a T would have to be standing slightly in the open so that a CT here would be able to peek that person and easily kill them first. So you want to give them a safer angle to hold from to punish CTs peeking there. So it should be right. The boxes should be moved right here. So that a T would be holding this angle before a CT gets there. So if a CT peeks, they get shot. But then they could jiggle peek, bait out a shot, like that, then hold it, and then shoot them back. Okay, so make this have, so the T's have control of this part of it, essentially, like up to here, but then the CTs have control of the area up to here, as in holding all these lines of sights without exposing themselves too much. Because first off, okay, I'll say I liked this whole area, actually, except for the line of sight thing that I would like for you to fix. Also, kind of clustered again.
Yeah, it's kind of claustrophobic.
So, make it bigger. Maybe just round off this one so it's a lot smoother, maybe. But anyways, this side is very, I mean, I agree with some people that I don't really see too much of a point of that area specifically. Very many CT camp spots here. There's a lot of really dumb angles that they could have. Really dumb angles. So
yeah, actually, like up on that one that you just did, that was kind of dumb.
Take out a lot of the stuff here. I like this area. This room itself is pretty good for fights, having to watch there. But the problem is with this room is what I don't like whenever there's like a kind of like a choke. I don't like it when a T has to enter and then they have to check behind where they were originally looking to have to fight off a CT. I just don't like that. I think it should be maximum 180 of where T's are clearing out angles. Obviously, like maybe a small cubby, like if it was just this area, that's okay. Clear that, then keep going. But if they have to look all the way behind them, clear this room, then go for it. Also, yes, remove these boxes. Someone else said that. They're very annoying. I don't like that, personally. But
no, I agree. Now that it's been pointed out, it's kind of useless.
Yeah. So
I think it was to break up the line of sights, but I can do it in a better way. Sorry.
Totally. I would totally okay with you just shifting this wall so that it fits over here. Then there's just a bigger doorway here, so it like can't, or at least it's harder to be smoked off. Because then the T's would be able to control this room, which is totally okay. They'll be able to see people over there if they peek, and then they could check in there if they peek. So it'd be like the T's would have a reason to want to take this room because it'd be very good to hold and watch mid and B. So it'll give them incentive to actually try to take that, and it could lead to more gameplay stuff. So they're like, okay, let's take this room, and then we'll see. We can get a pick and see where we want to go from there, mid or B. So that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Actually, it's just safer.
Exactly. I only noticed these. I'm gonna point out 2 cubbies that are stupid. This one, I don't know why it's here. Take it out. Probably
Sorry,
just
hold on. My game minimized. Sorry.
remove this. Oh, get it out. This cubby is unnecessary.
Okay, yeah, I got you.
And this one I only found afterwards. Oh man, I wish I found it before. It's so OP. Peek out here, or have an op right here. Oh, that's.
Oh, that's broke.
Yeah, no, get it out. I am totally. I think you should keep this area, this whole walled off area, for the CTs. But you should definitely take out so much of the stuff over there for CTs. I like how if the Ts were trying to execute, they could find some smoke. I'm gonna just hope that one works. Perfect. Oh, perfect. So that they could smoke there and enter, and then not have to clear as much stuff here. They only have to worry about this area. So they can actually do a potential smoke execute. Let's just pretend someone threw one through the vent there and it landed there. So yeah, they'll have to worry about this, but they have a slightly higher ground, so it's a better fight for them. So I think you should, choose a smaller prop for this. Maybe the medium large crate that goes up to there or something. This was never used in gameplay at all, except for a T had to be here for a retake because there weren't many other positions. Just take this thing entirely out. It was never used. Someone already told you that. Pit is okay. This forklift, I used it a lot just because it was pretty OP as a position. As in you could smoke here and then peek there, or do the opposite and smoke here and then play right here, which I did many times. McMessenger and I did our cohesion like that. So the forklift is pretty OP. You could still add I would say remove this and just make it one of these right there if you still want to have something like that, so that a player could stand here and watch that angle if that's what you wanted. Just put a box there instead of a forklift. Just because.
Why the hell is there a light on top of the forklift?
There was way too many lights in this map.
Yes.
I realized that in after the thought, but then I knew certain areas were too dark, so I just wanted to see what everyone else kind of thought.
Okay. I'd say take out this prop and that bunch. You can keep this wall, but it's not really. Actually, no, that's totally okay. Because then again, a T coming up here has the better angle. CT, you barely get that. So that's good. So take out that, make this smaller.
Sorry, my game keeps fucking minimizing because of stupid sticky keys because my push to talk. What do you want me to take out?
Take out this prop, these. Take out this sideways thing. This never really got used. I guess it's for safer plant. So
it also to block the line of sight to pit from that entrance.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's good then. So yeah, just take out these two and make this one smaller. And I would prefer for you to change forklift.
Okay.
I will talk. I didn't really get to talk. I didn't play mid at all. Oh, I liked how you had cover at T-spawn. Obviously there's a lot, but I was pushing in once and there's 6 people right there. I was like, oh no. No. it was hilarious. And then we ran away and people were like, oh. But it was useful. So good. It's always good to have the CT get punished for being too aggressive. Obviously, if they do it properly with flashing and everything, and they can still have the advantage. Good. Be a bit more consistent with your ability to jump on top of crates and stuff. That one you can't. The one further down you can't. But this one you can. That you can't. These you can. So a person playing, they'll just queue it up. They're not going to go beforehand and look at all the clip brushes like we do.
Yeah.
They're going to just go and be like, what the heck? Why can't I get up here? So
No, fair
you're gonna
enough.
want to work with that. So make it more consistent. Either make them all unable to jump on. I don't know. Word that sentence properly for me, and then or just all not. This place seems way too OP for a CT. Like this was just the first time playthrough, but for people who've played it before, they would probably realize how OP to play it. For example, I never got to play it, but just play here, kill anyone going up the ladder, and then just peek around here for people running to sight. Easy win.
Yeah, it's a pretty OP after plant spot, especially if you plant on the outside of the triple stack.
Exactly. Having it be OP for both, like normally you're like, hey, oh what the heck, they're like, hey, if everyone's OP, that means no one's OP. Nah, it just makes it less fun, honestly. Make it, I think, like the best thing to do if you want to still keep this is just cut it off here. Because I mean, you don't need this whole area anyways. So, like, have it be
That's true.
more and less wall, essentially less wall, and then make this be the area for the CTs and the Ts to have a retake from, so they don't have to be, because I could tell you wanted a gunfight with multiple heights, which is totally okay. But lower this. I don't. This shouldn't be OP. The high ground in and itself is already an advantage, so you're gonna want to make it not too much of an advantage. Also, I don't know what's up with this area. I didn't play A, so I didn't get to see the gameplay of it, but it seems bad. Maybe not. I don't know. That's totally okay by me. This, except for like from the other side. The only problem is this T's. There's no way for them to fight back with that. Like, no T is ever going to do. Okay, maybe, but see, the better angle, the safe angle, is like this. Because to check the actual good angle, you have to be in the open, fairly in the open. I'm assuming you're gonna make less clutter.
Yes.
Because then they will be in the open when there's less clutter. And then it's less. So just leave it for now. And then when you fix everything else, we'll see if it still works. And that's it.
Okay, well, thank you.
Cool. Anyone want to go next?
Can I just finish my thoughts? Oh.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I guess go ahead, Boxshot.
Okay. So I'm going to try to do this quick. First of all, the clipping on top of this is weird. You can just totally stand here. Just take this clip brush and move it all the way up so it can just jump up here. Second of all, do you have any chickens in this map?
No.
Okay, that was my major problem. But also seriously, so you have all these cover things. That I know
Wait,
you're going to get rid
there
of.
was no chickens was the major problem.
Yes. Oh,
just
that is a major problem for any map. So the clipping on the props are really bad. These lamp things, it's like a 50-50 chance whether or not you can just go through them or they're cylinder, which is weird. Really annoying to deal with, kinda. And then whenever you your corridors are clipped off fine, all your doors are clipped off. That's nice. And then you just walk past a crate and you just get stuck.
Oh god.
Oh, get stuck. Oh, like everywhere. Yeah, it's kind of bad, especially if you get flashed and you kind of want to go back. You just kind of get stuck on a random little crate. I think the place I had issue with it was here, and I just walked in, and then I got stuck, and it was weird. So
Okay, I see that.
yeah. And then again. What the these lamps? These lamps.
The site used to be darker before I added the skylight, I swear.
Still, you could have just placed this lamp on the floor. It doesn't have any clippings or it doesn't have any gameplay purpose. It's just
Fair enough.
And there's a lamp right behind it.
I know. I know.
You could just add a lamp going down from the roof. Makes
True.
sense.
No, it'd be
Okay,
better.
but yeah, that was all I had. Add chickens. Yeah.
Chickens, got it.
Yeah, add chickens. To add like it takes 5 seconds.
I've never done it. I never even into it. Made it matter.
Oh, TopHATwaffle has it in a tutorial.
I do, in fact. Who wants to go next? I think 2Kit was trying to go. Yeah, go ahead, 2Kit.
Yeah, I was going to talk about the lights. If you type, what's command? It's like R_draw.
Clip brushes too.
Yeah, or yeah, do 1. Let me know when you have that on. I'll show you.
No, 2 is way better.
Oh, 1 will be a lot better for showing them this. But anyway, I wouldn't say you have all these clipped like, yeah, you have it clipped like a circle, but I didn't count this one. One of my counted there was like 20 brushes, and then I flew around. I counted there's 10 of these on the map. So that's about 200 clip brushes. You can turn into just 10 of them. You can just use like 1 or 2 clip brushes for these. Then yeah, it's also a little.
What do you mean?
Well, you see how there's all like
20
like brushes
a million of them. Yeah.
But you can turn it in just to 1, and you can make like a slanted brush with a vertex tool, or use like 2 or 3 brushes.
Oh, okay, no, I guess I can see what you're saying. Yeah.
Or make like a cube.
As opposed to doing a cylinder.
Yeah, because that's like 200 brushes. It's for
I thought you were saying that I could do a cylinder in 2 brushes, and I'm like that. Okay.
No, you can just do like a square and have it slanted.
Yeah.
And it's also
I got you.
consistent how like some of these are clipped, other ones aren't.
Mostly because of dark corners, people. I thought it would be like ridiculous to hide inside a lamp in a dark corner. Yeah. So I tried to clip some of them, but I should have just done all of them.
You can do more stuff with the lighting, especially the ceiling here. Like, maybe don't overdo it. Skylights. You have some skylights here, but maybe you can add some more in here, or have some lights hanging down. I like this, but it's solid. I can't really throw any grenades through it.
Oh.
And I figured that would be a cool spot if you have like a vent sticking out from over here. You maybe throw a grenade over there and have it
land through it. That would be kind of cool.
Yeah, maybe block this off. And then you can indicate having a vent or something. One of these pillars up here, and indicate where to throw it.
I mean, the main idea for smoking out towards the vent would be underneath the door, but that is a good idea.
And I tried this. I guess that kind of works actually. Now I think about it. I thought the CT spawn was a bit weird. Maybe it could be a bit bigger. Or maybe you can move it over here and extend it or something. Somebody said this thing was useless. I kind of
All right.
Okay.
All right. Well, he caught a ban. I wasn't even gonna just kick him. He just caught a ban.
No, straight up. That was
That's a whack ass freestyle though.
I don't know what that even was.
I'm minimized, so my game's kind of locked up here.
That's
no,
fine.
you're not.
Yeah, I'm all tapping in. It takes me a second, so okay, I'm back.
Yeah, me too. We're good.
I was gonna say this room, as someone said, it's kind of useless, but one round I did use it. I got 2 sweet kills using it, but you can just block it off and make it like a little electrical room or something like that. It doesn't have to be like that. B site, it's not like it's clipped. It was a player clip. It's not actually like clipped at all. You can shoot through it and throw stuff through it.
Yeah. There's a grenade clip on it, but I couldn't find like a bullet clip, or I don't know what the hell I would do for that case.
I think you just use a regular clip brush. And that would do it.
But yeah, I've got a regular clip on it.
Yeah, isn't it called like invisible or something like that? Yeah, there's some of the tool brushes that does it. Just
anyway, I mean, there's another one over here, but this one's solid.
Weird. Oh yeah, no, okay, I see. I think it had a weird clip on the actual prop itself, and I might have just done some weird stuff to it. I'll go look at them. Thank you.
Yeah, this spot, I don't know, kind of useless. I kind of like it, but first time I came here, I was worried I was going to get shot from over here because I didn't realize this was just a detail area. But I clicked the orange, it was a detail area. I like that this is raised up to indicate that's a bomb site. I figured maybe for details you can make this into a freight elevator. You can just have it sunken down, or like a freight elevator for pearl boxes and stuff.
Oh yeah.
So you can have it raised up or lower down anything. So I think that's good. It's a good visual indicator. Maybe the big B is kind of like not realistic, but that's not a problem. Yeah, this door area. Like this area also seems a bit useless, but people already spoke about that. I didn't play mid a whole lot, because I was mostly on the CT side that won, so I was camping over there most of the time. I mean, this seems kind of weird from a realistic point of view or aesthetics, but I can understand why you put there for cover. I really like this. I like the brushwork on this and stuff.
Thank you.
Over the A site, I don't know if all these barrels are a single model or a few.
Single, yeah.
Okay, and that's the problem with this problem, because once I touch the ground here, I'm gonna die.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It's a
What?
yeah, it's
Yeah,
an engine bug.
Yeah, it's a problem with the engine bug. So maybe you can just change that into being less barrels
Yeah,
or something.
yeah.
I don't know. Especially with this clipping, it's inconsistent. See up here, I can't jump up here. But
Yeah,
then
yeah, it is a little weird.
I can just do this if I really want to be up here.
Oh my god.
So, I actually like this ladder room. I mean, I don't like how it's a huge death trap. You just camp it one way. So I was thinking, I don't know, maybe you can have it be outside, like a balcony or something, or I don't know, some way easier to counter. I don't know. I like it, but it's really cramped and hard to take control of. Because all I have to do is just sit right up here. I don't even have to sit up here one round. I threw a grenade right up here and killed somebody. Somebody told me that it was there.
Well, yeah, fair enough.
And I guess this little spot over here might know that. You don't
Yeah,
get stuck in it or anything. But
Clip it or something.
yeah.
Or I guess it probably wouldn't even be there because of some of the changes that have been suggested.
Yeah. I like this vent. I didn't use it much, but I think I found out that after the game was over. But yeah, you can do a lot of the ceiling here for lighting and detailing. So you don't always have to be using these lights everywhere. For these lights as well. And yeah, that's mostly it. I can't think of anything else.
Okay, well, thank you.
Dope. Is there anyone else? It might just be me. I don't know. I think it's just me.
It might be.
Or box rock.
No, I'm still here, but I don't have anything to say. Oh yeah, add chickens.
Yeah.
B
Alright.
actually. So
Alright, sorry about that. I got 10 minutes. So, whew, the middle, like I said, there's a ton of stuff for them to hide behind, right? But, like, the terrorists just literally have to, body peek, right? Kind of sucks. You can nade it, but, like, there's so much back here, it's not really, like, it is fairly easy to nade, but, oh man, that was a shit nade, though.
I have a few that I know how to line up in particular.
Right, so you can like, yeah, it's possible to nade it, right? And that's a nade that's gonna shut down most of the shit in the back. But then you have this whole side area to worry about, and I feel like it's just too much, right? It's just too much for the terrorists to deal with. Then on top of it, let's say you take mid. What do you get for taking mid? You get this connector to B that you objectively got a lot easier if you were to just win this engagement, right? Because you just get it right here. So if anything, the path was like worth more to take pushing through B than it was to take through middle, because then you could kill the people who were sitting right there because they just didn't expect it. So I guess the middle connector is kind of shit for B. Right? That's basically what I'm getting at. The entrance to B is very difficult. I believe a few people spoke on this just being hard to kind of do anything with. It's very small. You don't have to worry about the flank because it's very hard for them to take middle. So you're very safe to just kind of play back here. And then if you lose it, you just fall back into sight. It's so easy. So I feel like it needs to be stacked more on the T side of things, right? And that would be probably a bit better in the long run. Would be a bit more.
I think a lot of the stacking, like the slanted towards B, is a lot based on the timings for the CTs getting there so much sooner.
Yes, CTs also get there way quicker and have a lot more time to set up. If CTs were getting to this corner at the time that terrorists were right here, fine. That's okay. But as it stands, it's very bad. It's very impossible to take. Someone spoke on this, right? Obvious attempt to incorporate utility into the map. Take the breakable vent away. Keep the vent itself. Because, goddamn, I do not want to have to pop that and then throw my nade. Because there's nothing worse than, like, a CT hears it pop and they're just like, oh, you have a nade out. Because then you know they have a nade out, right? It's and it can become this dumb little mind game of trying to figure out, does he have a nade? Does he know I'm going to push? Because it's stupid. Get rid of gay spot cubby. The site itself, I guess isn't too bad. I feel like there's still a lot of just shit here. But at the end of the day, I don't think it's the worst. It's not the best to be kind of... Can someone stand against that box over there for me? I guess it's not the best to be able to... Sorry. It's not the best to be, like, fucking fighting around, like, this headshot angle. It's not that hard headshot height, but I feel like it's not a great headshot height to be playing around with. Like, it's not an enjoyable fight, right? So I don't know. That's my big beef with that site.
No, I can see that, yeah.
This should just be removed. Just get rid of that. No reason. Like, it's obviously a death trap once you know about it, but, like, you're only gonna use it once. Like, you're only gonna use it once. I don't think anyone used vent ever. It's pretty shit, just all around. Because you have to get to mid. You have to have mid to use it as a T, and then you have to boost. So you have to get 2 people here, which makes it very, very unviable. Either it needs to be free after you've taken mid, or it just needs to be replaced or removed.
I can see that, yeah.
This is all right. I honestly think this is a neatly cool spot, this kind of upper area. Even though I just played the map, I can't remember how the timings work out. I feel like a CT can push to here, but terrorists are already in sight by the time they get here, is my assumption. But if CTs can, if the timing works out for CT that can be here while they're pushing main, that's bad.
They can.
They can't? They cannot?
No, they can if they push through vent.
Okay. So that's a little jank, but I guess it requires a boost on their end, so it's not as bad, but...
No, you can just like do some jumps on CT side to get into vent.
Oh, no shit. That's wild then. I would probably not enjoy that. This upper area is fine. I fucking hate ladders. Just gonna say that. I say that every test there's a ladder. I would try to replace this with something else. I like this upper area. I think it's cute. I think it's cheeky. I fucking hate the ladder. And I'll get the little yellow $sign on this video now, for that. The ladder just sucks. It's so bad. It's so bad. This ladder's whatever, right? Like, if you climb this ladder in the middle of sight, like, you better be sure that it's clear, right? Like, there's just so much, like, don't be retarded and climb a ladder in the middle of a fight. But that one, like, once you're on the ladder, you're fucking committed to the ladder. Like, boop, 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 boop. So, easy kill. Easy. This, oh my god, get rid of this. This little thing. Like, I don't think anyone really used it, but, like, I very clearly can see what it's supposed to do, and it's gay. It's very dumb. So you gotta get rid of that. I'm a fan of this being bangable. I'm such a fan of that I would say to make these walls thinner, because it should be a little bit more punishing. You're gonna be up here and play, you know, this height area, especially if a bomb was ever planted in here, like right there. Very powerful after plant spot. So I feel like some semblance of it being not rigged would be more bangable walls. Like, you could have a segment of it that's not bangable, like make all the wood thinner, but then have like a spot that's covered in like a metal plate or something that's like, I don't know, maybe a little big, right? That you can stand behind, but they know where you're at, right? So something to kind of spruce that up, but overall I would say make that worse for anyone who's hiding up there, be it a terrorist or a counter-terrorist. They should both be kind of punished for that. Inside of here, this site just feels kind of deathmatchy because there's just a lot of stuff, right? There's a lot of boxes. So I feel like this site had a little less, I guess, thought put into it than the other site, right? Like, it kind of checks the boxes, but it feels like in the way that it's set up, it's a very uphill battle for the terrorists, where they just have to keep taking these engagements and hoping that they win. I don't think a bomb was ever planted in A, right? Out of all the rounds.
No, it was only ever B.
Correct. So there
It's
you
too
go.
hard to get on.
It's very, very hard site to get on. So, I mean, that's pretty much all I have to say, based upon what other people say. I feel like McMessenger usually gives a pretty good rail of feedback there. And the last thing I would say is that which he already said this as well, the warehouse theme is somewhat uninspired, but it's easy. So if this is, if you're newer to the dev scene, understandable, totally get it. We all start somewhere. And shit, sometimes if you're lucky, you can even get your warehouse map into the game like me. But warehouses they only go so far, right? And with the new release of HR Dust, I feel like there's a lot more to play with. And if you're willing to, I guess, dream up something bigger aesthetically, I would say go for it. But
at this point, it's kind of, I mean, if I were to try and change the theme, I might just try and scrap it and go with a whole new map, because this one's feeling, I don't know, there's so much roots in it as a warehouse, you know?
Yeah. So, I mean, don't be afraid of that. That's something that we've all done. I spent a while working on a map that's been just sidelined, decent amount of time into it. We've all scrapped maps. And at the end of the day, as much as it sucks, I do believe that we're all better for it, because, you scrapped it for a reason, right? Like, you learned a fuck ton from it. And by scrapping it, you kind of admit, you're like, I fucked up, but I'm never going to fuck up in that way again, because I know to not do that, right? It's a very good lesson, I feel like, to learn, and everyone has to learn it in basically the same way. It's very hard to learn it any other way.
I see that.
But that's all I got. I mean, overall, I think it's a fun level. If it was deathmatch, to be completely honest with you, I think it would be a fine deathmatch level. But yeah, just needs work. Needs work is what it is. I gotta run off to that meeting, so I will talk to you guys later.
All right, thank you.
Later, guys. It was DE Warehouse or Department, I forget what the BSP name was, by Shakona. His in-game name was like 1P23Y or some weird like that. Thanks for watching, guys. If you'd like to have your level playtested, you can do so by going to TopHATwaffle.com/playtesting. Thanks again, and I would also like to shout out to Pulse Servers again, thanking them for providing a test server that we can run all of our levels on. Thanks.